Welcome to Momotales.
In a quiet corner of the world, beyond rivers that glowed at night and hills that hummed, there was a forgotten forest named Winding Shade. The villagers whispered that it was filled with secrets and magic. The forest was always misty, even on the sunniest days. Birds sang lullabies, and flowers glowed softly like they held stars inside them. Deep within Winding Shade, two sisters lived in silence. They were not ordinary girls. Their bodies were half human, half serpent. One shimmered with midnight black scales that sparkled in moonlight. The other glowed with soft pink light that warmed the trees around her. Though they looked unusual, their hearts were gentle, but no one ever came close enough to see it. Long ago, a jealous sorcerer had cast a powerful curse on them. His spell had turned them into serpents so no one would love or trust them again. The only way to break the curse was through a true, selfless act of friendship. But for years, no one dared enter Winding Shade. Every evening, the sisters sang to the stars from a pond of crystal water. Their voices filled the forest like a magical lullaby. One golden afternoon, a little girl named Lila wandered beyond the village hills. She carried a snack bag and a spark of curiosity in her heart. With her came Momo, skipping along joyfully beside her. They laughed and followed a glowing butterfly dancing through the tall grass. "Let's see where it goes," Lila giggled. Momo nodded and clapped with excitement. They chased the butterfly through a tunnel of flowers, but when they turned around, the path behind them had vanished into mist. "Uh-oh," Lila said softly. "I think we're lost." Momo pointed at a wooden sign shaped like a leaf. Carved into it were the words, "Welcome to Winding Shade." The forest around them shimmered with magic. Leaves twinkled as if sprinkled with glitter, and the air smelled sweet like berries. "This place feels like a dream," Lila whispered. Momo walked slowly, his eyes wide with wonder. They walked past trees with purple bark and mushrooms that sang when touched. Everything felt alive and waiting. Suddenly, a gentle hissing sound drifted through the trees. Lila paused and held Momo's hand tightly. From behind sparkling vines, two graceful figures appeared. They glided forward, part serpent, part girl. Their eyes glowed like lanterns, but their faces were calm and kind. Lila didn't feel afraid, just surprised. "Who are you?" she asked softly. "Are you real?" "We are the princesses of Winding Shade," said the black-scaled one. Her voice was calm like water. "Long ago we were cursed," added the pink one. "We've waited for someone with a kind heart. Everyone runs away when they see us," said the black princess. "But you stayed." Momo nodded gently. Lila stepped closer and said, "You don't seem scary at all. You seem sad." The sisters looked at each other. For the first time in years, they felt seen. "We were once human, like you," the pink one said. "We played, we danced, we laughed, until jealousy turned joy into loneliness," whispered the black one. "Now, we can only be free if someone truly cares." "We care," said Lila, holding Momo's hand tightly. "Can we help you?" The pink sister's eyes welled up with happy tears. Maybe the time has come." "Come with us," said the black sister. "Let us show you our favorite place." They led Lila and Momo past waterfalls made of glittering mist. Rainbow-colored birds flew in circles above them. Flowers opened as they walked by, petals reaching out like tiny hands. The forest welcomed them. They reached a pond that shimmered with glowing lily pads. The water reflected the sky like a mirror. "This is where we sang as children," said the pink princess, "before the world forgot who we were. But today feels different," the black princess whispered. "Today feels full of hope." Lila walked to the edge of the pond and looked at their reflections. "You still look like princesses to me." Momo smiled, his eyes twinkling. The sisters smiled back for the first time in many years. A wind blew through the trees, circling around them in a swirl of sparkles. The air felt electric and and alive. The sisters began to glow brighter. "What's happening?" cried the pink one. "The curse. It's lifting," said the black one, her voice trembling. Light wrapped around them like golden ribbons. Leaves spun in the air like dancers. Lila and Momo stepped back, eyes wide with wonder. The whole forest watched in silence. When the light faded, the serpents were gone. In their place stood two young girls, dressed in black and pink gowns. "We're human again," the black-haired princess said, reaching out to touch her sister's face. The pink one laughed with joy and twirled like a ballerina. "You did it! You broke the curse!" Lila clapped her hands with excitement. "You're so beautiful." "You always were," said Momo softly. The princesses ran to them and hugged them both. The trees lit up in soft pink and gold as the forest celebrated. Birds sang cheerful tunes and the pond bubbled with joy. "Will you visit us again?" asked the pink princess. "The forest will miss your laughter." "We promise to come back," said Lila. "There's so much more to explore, and maybe we'll bring more friends," said Momo, smiling. As the sun set, the forest opened a glowing path to lead them home. Fireflies floated beside them, like gentle guides. Lila turned back one last time and waved. The princesses stood together, smiling with hearts full of light. That night, Lila snuggled into her bed with a happy sigh. Momo curled up beside her, already dreaming. The stars outside sparkled a little brighter than usual. Something magical had changed in the world. Deep in winding shade, the princesses danced under moonlight. Their laughter echoed like music through the trees. The glowing butterfly rested on Lila's windowsill, keeping watch. Magic had followed her home. From that day on, the forest was no longer feared. It became a place of hope, kindness, and stories. Because sometimes, all it takes to break an ancient curse is the bravery of a kind heart and a friend who believes. Moral: true friendship can break even the oldest curse.
More rhymes, more stories, more smiles. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Momotales.